Hola guys, how are you? Good day to my subscribers over here on YouTube, out there at Facebook, and also on TikTok. Guys, in this vlog or episode, I will be presenting my 5 favorite cards of Charles Barkley, or Sir Charles, or the Round Mound of Rebound. And in doing that, I'd like to share as well my first ever insert that I've ever pulled that propelled me into collecting NBA cards, and why is it correlated with my collection, my small collection of Charles Barkley cards. All right, but before that, I'd like to please invite you to follow me on Instagram. That would be at timduncan21_ card collector, and also follow us over at Off Centered. That would be my podcast group over at Facebook. And we usually do our podcasts every Friday nights at around 9 p.m. onwards. Please follow us there. I'm guaranteeing that you'd like most of our, well, all of our episodes for that matter. All right? So please, again, follow me on Instagram, and also my podcast group over at Facebook. I also have a Facebook page, by the way, that is Revy Mayuyus Hobby Vlogs. Same as my YouTube name. All right? So there you go. So just wait for a while and we'll discuss my favorite card, my 5 favorite cards of Sir Charles Barkley. So let's go. So, napanood nyo ba yung bago kong introduction, guys? That is from a good friend of mine who wants to remain anonymous. He doesn't want to be named. So, basically, I'm very happy and lucky to have friends like him in this hobby, and it pays to be nice to people. Because he just gave that for free. He made an introduction for me to use for free. Would you imagine that? So, pangalawa na to yung old introduction ko that was also given to me for free. So, guys, thank you very much for all of your help. So, wala akong masabi. Alright? I can't, words can't express how I feel whenever I receive stuff like this. Alright? Thank you very much. So, let's begin. What are my 5 favorite cards of Charles Barkley? Let's start with my number 1 card. Not number 1, but my one of the 5 favorite cards of mine of Sir Charles Barkley. This is that one. This is from 1994-95 Hoops. Hoops Power. Very, very cheap and very easy to find. Odds of this is just at 1:1 pack. So 1:1. For every 1 pack, you are guaranteed to get this insert, one of these inserts. Although malaki ang checklist nito, but this is an easy pull, and it is, again, cheap. Hindi to mahal. And why is it part of my top 5? It's not because of the aesthetics, but it is because of its significance or sentimental value in my heart. The reason behind this is because this is the first ever insert that I've ever pulled for when I began collecting NBA cards. So this insert actually propelled my interest to collect cards, NBA cards, further. So I'm just lucky to be able to that I was able to pull on Charles Barkley, because Charles Barkley is actually one of the players I grew up watching and loving. In my elementary days during the 80s, and of course during the early part of the 90s. Alright, so ito yung card na unang-unang insert that actually made me more interested in collecting NBA cards. So that is the reason why I collected NBA cards, is because of this card. Alright, iba pa rin yung makakuha ka na insert. So at least it paved the way for my love for NBA cards. That paved the way for that love. Okay, next up would be his Fleer RC from 1986. Ganun lang, ayusin lang natin. This is raw. Alam ko, marami magsasabi na dapat pag-read ko na to. This was, I got this from eBay. Alright, this is raw again. Ito yung likod. Okay, this is his RC rookie card. So this is now valued at $250 Beckett. Magkano ko nakuha to? How much did I get this before? Maybe about 800 pesos or about let's say about $18. That's how cheap it was before. Next up would be this Legacy card from 2019. What's this? 2019-20 Panini Contenders Draft Picks. Gusto ko tong card na to is because of him wearing his Auburn jersey. Tapos yung Sixers na jersey niya over there, no? Over at the left side. So I like this because of that, and also it is numbered to 5. Ewan ko nakikita. There you go. Numbered what's this? Yeah, ibaligtad. It's 1 of 5. There you go. 1 of 5. This is called the Fame parallel. Para siyang sunburst. It looks like a sunburst insert from the other sets of Panini, like Revolution. Diba? It looks like a sunburst insert. Look at that. It is very, very nice to look at on hand. Alright, so this is unpriced over at Beckett because it's just numbered to 5. Next up would be this card, my first ever autograph card of Charles Barkley. Bakit ko why did I buy a PSA DNA instead of a real or a pack-pulled autograph? It's because of the fact that they are very expensive during that time when I wanted to have a Charles Barkley auto. This is from the 1996 SPX set. Kaya ako siya binili because it has a bold autograph and it can be seen. And this is where he was wearing his Phoenix Suns jersey. So he was playing with the Suns at this time. Alright? And wala siya halos. I don't think that he has one during his playing years with the Suns. Unless it's a PSA DNA card. No, walang pack pulled because Charles Barkley actually first signed with the Skybox, but he is already with the Houston Rockets at that time. And those cards are very, very expensive before when I bought this. And there's a reason behind that, why I actually wanted this card. I just bought this for about $3,000 back then. And the reason why I decided to get the PSA instead of a pack-pulled version, the pack-pulled versions from Autographics and Fleer, Skybox or Fleer, is because of the fact that I knew that Charles Barkley usually signs autographs for people, in-person autographs. So that means he would sign again for a trading card company. So I knew that in my head that he will be signing sooner or later, and he did with Panini. So most of his autographs actually tapered down because of that, because he actually signed a lot of autographs for Panini. I think that was in if I'm not mistaken, 2018. 2018-19 he started to sign for Panini. So baswerte ako na ito lang ang binili kong autograph niya. It has a bold auto. I'm not complaining because of the fact that if I did buy his Skybox Autographics or his Fleer Focus, I think that would have those would have tapered down because of because of the fact that he did sign with Panini. He signed autographs for Panini. So paswerte ako doon. Tama yung aking desisyon. Plus the fact that I don't like him in his Rockets uniform because he was already old and was actually out of shape during that time. So I never wanted to have a Charles Barkley wearing his Houston Rockets uniform, an autograph wearing his Houston Rockets uniform. So, what is my my favorite card of Charles Barkley? It's his Sixers autograph from Hoops 2018-19 Hoops, now valued at $250 Beckett as well. Kaya ako gusto tong card na to. Ito yung number 1 ko because it's on card. Bihirang-bihira ka makakita ng Hoops na on card, to be honest with you, but this is an on card auto. Plus the fact that he is wearing his Sixers his jersey here, his Sixers jersey, where I actually as I mentioned, I grew up watching and loving Charles Barkley, but he was one of the first NBA players I was able to watch together with Darryl Dawkins during my elementary years. That's why that piqued my interest, and gusto ko siya naka-Sixers. Sixers or Suns actually, because he won his MVP award when he was with the Suns. But ito, gusto ko to. But if there's a Suns uniform that I could buy, again, that would be my favorite card of Charles Barkley. That would replace this one because he is wearing his Suns uniform. I loved him when he was with the Phoenix Suns over the Sixers and then the Rockets. So, tatlo lang naman ang teams ni Charles Barkley. So, there you go. So, again, ang lesson learned dito, for those who have reached this part, is that when you see a player who signs a lot in person or through the mail, wag niyong bibilhin ng mahal yung mga autographs nila because there's a tendency of this player or this athlete to actually sign for a trading card company, and then those autographs would actually taper down in value because may choices na yung mga tao, may ibang choices na. So mas maganda na try to look at how this athlete who hasn't signed a lot, paano siya makitungo or how he handles people. So if he actually signs autographs freely, most probably he would be signing for a trading card company sooner or later, which happened to Charles Barkley. Other players like that, that includes Marc Gasol. Walang pirma, walang autograph si Marc Gasol during his rookie season, and people actually gravitated towards his very scarce autographs during that time, and they were very expensive. And right now, Marc Gasol has assigned a lot of cards for Panini, and that meant that his cards, his older autographs, would actually taper down in value. Alright? That's one of the lessons here. So again, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do subscribe to the channel, and also please also follow me on Instagram, as I've mentioned, and also my podcast group at Off Centered. Please do that. All right, thank you very much. And also, I'd like to make a shout out to the newest sports card shop that doubles as a sports bar or a sports restaurant. It's called Hobby Stadium. Thank you very much for inviting me and my Off-Centered group to be part of your grand opening a few days back. All right, thank you very much. We were treated very well, and I would like to promote your shop. So I'm promoting it right now. It's over at Hemady Street over at New Manila. Magsasarap ang sobra mga pagkain nila ron, and you'd like the eye candies. It's really something else. So you'd have a good time if you really are into NBA cards, or you are into sports cards, or you are just in love with basketball. They also have Magic the Gathering cards there, and also Pokemon, and also Marvel/DC or comic book related cards, or even memorabilia. All right, so I'd like you to I'm promoting it, and I'd like to you to actually visit the shop. It's very nice. Sobrang ganda. So there you go. Again, thank you very much for watching, and also please do keep safe, and also enjoy your collections. All right.